Wait a minute, it's back. That's bizarre. Never had that happen before. Weird. That's a new one. Stream glitchiness. No, I'm live. I think I'm going to sleep. Although it's going to rain, so I should probably... There we go. So we'll carry on doing the harvesting that I did briefly start last night of the oats here on field number 6. And then obviously we'll need to do the straw baling and get all the straw collected up. Hopefully we'll get all this oats harvested before the rain comes, if we can. bulk. So yes, a bigger and higher capacity fertiliser spreader is very welcome. Lime spreader, should I say, not fertiliser spreader, because we don't really use solid fertiliser anymore, because people just like to use the sprayer because it's big and quick. I don't know, I still like a little bit of solid fertiliser. It's just a shame we can't make it at the moment, because obviously we don't have manure, access to manure and slurry and stuff, which is a big crucial element. In the manufacture of the machine of solid fertiliser. Otherwise, I would still maybe say use solid fertilising on fields before we've seeded, and then use the liquid spray with the sprayer on fields after we have seeded, you know. It's a weird one, really. It's a weird one. Because like I say, I don't mind taking my time. Not a race for me, this game. It's not a race, it's not a rush. How many oats do we have? I ought to wait until I've actually finished harvesting this field, really, before I worry too much about that. I'm just thinking for when I go to grab a trailer, I'm going to want to grab let me go and have a look. Oats, we've got 100,000 litres. So yeah, all of this is going to get sold that I'm harvesting now. Of which I have like 28,000 litres. So I need to go grab the class in a minute. We'll probably need to think about getting a silo extension soon. increase our storage capacity, because 100,000 is a little bit limited, really. Especially when you look at some of these supply and transport contracts which require you to deliver like hundreds of thousands of litres. We can't store enough for that eventuality. Right. Like that. We need to go find my harvester. It's going to be somewhere down here. We're going to go to the grain mill as well, aren't we, with this, I think. They've got supply, they've got, great demands for oats at the minute. And Tentacle, hello. Good evening to you. Trying to get the oats harvested. Good evening to you, good sir. Thank you. Good evening to you as well. How are you doing? How are you on this fine Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday. I think it's a Tuesday. I do. It must be a Tuesday because I've not had dinner today, which seems to be a regular occurrence. It's the one day of the week where I don't get any dinner, which means I may have to order a takeaway later. Hence why I'm a little bit earlier streaming than normal. Why I was able to stream a bit earlier this evening. Did do a stream this afternoon as well, where I played some Football Manager, the new Football Manager beta for the 2022 edition of the game. But yeah, I thought I'd come and do some farming tonight because I just got the fertiliser storage tank put in place last night. And then I wanted to get a new lime spreader, because we bought the big. We bought the big Bradle last night, but the capacity on it is rubbish. You know, when you're lime spreading these fields, you go through tons of lime. So I ended up installing a modded lime spreader, which gives us a little bit more capacity. Farming relaxes you. It does me as well. And Tentacle. That's why I enjoy playing the game so much, because it's very chilled out and relaxing, and you don't need any special skills to be able to play it. You don't. You know, you don't have to have fast reflexes or great hand-eye coordination, or you know, you don't have to be like a keyboard ninja to be able to play it. Which is great for me. Because as I've got older, and as I've got more disabled, I can't play a lot of the games that I used to play. So, you know, it's nice to find a game that I can enjoy. But I'm looking forward to the new one. I'm looking forward to Farm Sim 22 in just 19 days, 4 hours, 58 minutes, and a few seconds time. For those of you keeping count, there is a countdown timer on the screen now, so you know exactly when the new game releases. I'll be doing a live stream that day. I will. Definitely doing a live stream that day, and like I say, depending on if things work out okay between now and then, and things go, you know, properly, and things fall into place correctly, hopefully on the day of release I will have a copy of the new Farm Sim game to give away, including the Year 1 Season Pass as well, So it'll be the game plus the season pass. But I can't say for definite yet, because like I say, I'm waiting on confirmation of things from Giants themselves. But it might be that during release day stream I have a copy of the game to give away, which would be very nice, wouldn't it, for the one lucky person? A lovely John Deere X9 combine here. What platform? It's PC. It's a PC code, obviously. At the moment, that's the code I've got at the moment. The code I have at the moment is for the PC edition of Farm Sim 22 with the season pass. We don't get codes for consoles, unfortunately, as Giants partners. We can only get links to the physical edition. We can only give out links to the physical edition. So no PSN codes, no Xbox codes, sadly. But yeah, if you play on PC, there's a chance I have a code for the new game. I love this X9 harvester. It's a lovely combine. It really is. Just goes about its business. Doesn't give us any trouble. It's got nice capacity on it for harvesting crops. I'm going to keep stopping to unload. It's a good machine, this. I don't know why the anti-green brigade are so unhappy. This thing blows away all the other harvesters. It's better than the class one we've got sitting at the farm. I think when we've got enough money, I'm going to buy one for the farm. When we've got enough. At the moment, we're only renting this one. We're renting it, which costs us a bit of money. But I would like to eventually buy one, which would be very nice. So how have you spent your day today then, and Tentacle? What have you been doing with yourself? I'm not sure if Mr. Helgi will be here tonight. He might have his choir session. He might be singing. So I could be playing solo tonight, I think. But not to worry. What we'll do is we'll get this field harvested. I've got too much oats, I think, for one delivery, so I'm going to have to make 2 trips to the sell point. Which isn't terrible. It's not terrible. And then obviously sleep, and then with daylight in front of us, be able to get all the straw baled, get it all baled and collected, and then probably sell the straw bales if there's if the price is right. probably have more than 39, I think, on this field. So I'll probably have to make a couple of trips with the bale trailer. Loving it. So I did start this field last night. Right at the end of my stream, I just did the headland, and then obviously Mr. Helgi logged out. Did you enjoy Assassin's Creed Origins? What I've played of it, yes, I have enjoyed it. I still need to go back and carry on playing a bit of that, and Odyssey. I've got Origins and Odyssey on the go, and Sleeping Dogs. I've started so many different games in this last couple of weeks, whilst I've been kind of in between content, because I haven't been doing any, I haven't been recording any farm sim for like my YouTube channel. It's been fun playing a few different things, but I've kind of started like a bunch of games. I started Death Stranding the other day as well, because I picked that up at the weekend in the Halloween sale, and I don't know when I'm going to get back round to playing that either. Like I say, I've got Jurassic World Evolution 2 coming out on Tuesday, which I'll be playing and streaming next week. So yeah, it's all interesting stuff. I've got 14,000 litres left. It's a little bit disappointing. I also need to figure out how to get the combine back to the farm in the dark. Because trees are an issue. There's a big gap here though. Go. See, I didn't get a header trailer for this harvester because it's leased. I didn't get a header trailer with it, so I can only transport the header attached to the combine, and it tends not to fit through little gaps. It struggles a little bit. But last night we got all of field 10. We got field 10 and 7 all merged and resized and made into a brand new jumbo enormous field. You are on a roll, am I? Good evening, Mr. Helgi. Nice to see you, sir. I didn't know if you was going to be around this evening or not. There, oats are harvested. Just need to make 2 trips now to sell them. I will also jump into the old Discord, just in case Mr. Helgi's in the chatting mood. If he's going to be around for a bit, he's already in the... Look, he's already waiting for me, look. There we are, put my headphones on so he can hear me. I hope he can hear me.
Yeah, I showed offline on Discord, so didn't mean to switch it over.
Right, so I need...
I was playing Factorio. Who wonders?
He was playing Factorio. There's a surprise. There is. Who would have
But
guessed?
I think it's
Who would have
in the
guessed?
last struggles, because it's getting repetitive. Repetitive.
What, after 50,000 hours?
Yeah. Starts getting repetitive.
Starts getting repetitive after you've played for 50,000 hours.
About, yeah. Almost.
If you're hopping onto the server, you will be able to fast forward time because I finished harvesting. I just wanted to make sure I got that done before it started raining, because there's a horrible rain cloud on.
Somebody added or modified some mods again.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I put a new lime spreader on.
And then there's an MP Agrotaurus Robust.
Yeah,
well?
that's the lime spreader. That's the lime spreader. It holds a lot. It holds about 60,000 litres of lime. So you don't have to make quite so many trips to the northwest sell point thingy-jiggy bobby. I'm assuming I'm going in the right way. Grain mill, yeah, still the grain mill. It's still got the great demand, just.
OP.
Come on, little class tractor. Come on, little class tractor.
This one is called, what's called Robust? Empty toast. And what else did you modify? What's it called?
Should just be that. Should just be the lime spreader. Should be the only mod I've added. Everything else was you've already got, because you were playing last night. We already had the liquid fertilizer mod installed. I just didn't buy one. But now I have, because I figure we do use a lot more liquid fertilizer these days. And until we get
it's probably easier.
Until we get manure and slurry, we couldn't make solid fertilizer. So that machine that I did buy was just kind of sat there doing nothing. So it made sense for me to swap it over. But it did make a bit of a balls up of the ground when I placed it. On Sunday I had about 15-16 kids in Squid Game costumes. It was stupid. Like a red boiler suit and a black mask with a square on it. Ain't a costume. That's exactly what I said to Andrew in the Discord. If a bunch of people...
You live in the same village.
If a bunch of people turned up at my house in Squid Game costumes, I would have just said, this ain't the gym, and shut the door on them. Because a tracksuit does not qualify as a Halloween costume in my... a green tracksuit doesn't qualify as a Halloween costume in my
Is this slang? Squid Game costume? Because I never heard that phrase.
Squid Game is a series. It's a series that's everybody's gone nuts about. It's on Netflix. Everybody's raving about it. It's a Korean TV series. Where basically all these people, all these down and out people, down on their luck, get recruited by this shady organisation to compete to win like millions and millions and millions of money by playing games against each other. The only problem is the losers of the game each round are killed. So
it's a high stake. What time do you want to forward? 7 o'clock?
7 a.m.'s fine, yeah. It's
so much more convenient to do.
It's an okay TV. It's an okay series, but I wasn't massively fussed on it. I mean, I wasn't massively fussed on it because I watched it with the English audio and translation, and that wasn't great.
Well, what's the alternative?
Well,
Korean?
it's Korean. It's Korean, yeah, with English subtitles.
Not really. Okay.
And I can't
concentrate too much.
Yeah, I can't watch any show where I'm just having to read subtitles all the time. I can't be doing, especially because I'm watching these. I watch these series. I watch the whole series, all one episode after the other in one sitting, like at 4 o'clock.
The thing is that you know why the Dutch and the Danish and the Swede and the Finland people they speak better English than the Germans in average, because they have no dubbed TV shows. They have subtitles, so they are forced to learn the language because they are bored of reading. And in Germany we have the dubbing, so we can hear the German version.
Yeah.
And that makes you lazy. You don't learn the language.
But yeah, I mean, it was an okay show. The thing for me is that kind of story, that premise, that concept of people competing in a high stakes, live or die kind of competition. That's not an original story. It's been done in movies and TV shows before that I've watched, and didn't have the translation issues.
Like the end games, thing like that. And
yeah.
I think it was like that. Yeah.
I mean, the slightly novel thing about it was the fact that the competitions that they were playing, the competitions were like child's games. So like the first game was like stuck in the mud, and then that's not computer games. That's real.
They get a
physical
task.
Games. Yeah, they get a task.
Personally, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then there was like one event where they were put into teams of tug of war, and the losing team got pulled off a platform and was like fell to their death, all of them. And then there was another game where they're playing marbles, where they had to pick partners first. I've got this bloody tractor stuck again. There's bloody guide rails.
They are catch rails.
Yeah, I'm stuck. I'm beached.
Strong arms.
Yeah, might have to throw strong arms on it.
If you detach the trailer, you might be able to get free.
I tried that, and it didn't work. I'll just lift it back, and then I need to get my weight, because I forget these when you log into the server, all the weights are the selected item, aren't they? So pretty much every tractor I've jumped into tonight, the first thing I've done is detached all the weights.
Why?
Because they're the thing that gets highlighted first. And I have to change to the trailers. Whenever the server's been reset.
That's happening to me as well. It's happening to me all the time.
Yeah, when the server gets reset, I think it does it. Yeah, some of it was, as I say, some of this Squid Game stuff was okay. Like the one event where you had to pick a partner. So everybody went round picking partners and picking their friends and their mates and everything, and then they found out that they had to play each other at marbles, and the person that lost all their marbles was killed.
They killed your friend.
Yeah.
And you played against your friend. Good skill.
So there's this husband and wife. Yeah, there's this husband and wife couple, and obviously they played together, and well, she didn't survive, and the husband's devastated.
Children playing. It was also adults.
There was no children playing. It was all adults.
Ah.
It's all adults. Like I say, it's all grown-ups, all adult people that are in, dire straits out in the real world, that get obviously tempted and drawn in because of this prospect of winning millions and millions and millions of money. Right, where's he gone? Where's he gone running off to? He's fertilising again, is he?
Yeah, I was completing my job that I didn't finish yesterday.
I filled it up for you, did you notice?
Yes, that's very nice, very kind.
Need to bale the straw. But yeah, as a result of this TV series, a lot of people for Halloween decided that they were going to dress up in the outfit that all the players were.
What is a special dress? It's because they have a certain dress then in the game.
Yeah, all the players, all the people that were competing in the games, they all wear this same green tracksuit, just a green track. It's just a green tracksuit with a white T-shirt underneath, and all of the tracksuits have a number on, which is their player number, because they're only referred to by their number.
To make them unpersonal, or
so there's no like personal, so it's completely unpersonal. It's like you are 101.
No problem with killing a number.
And of course, after the games, when they go, they're all in this one. All the players, whilst the games are taking place, they're all kept in this one room where they've got their beds and stuff, and they've brought their food and stuff. So after an event, they go back to this room, and then there's like this big screen that comes on, and it starts reeling off the numbers of the players that were eliminated. And then it shows you the money. So for every player that's eliminated from the games, they get more.
Money increases.
The money increases, and there's like this big glass like globe suspended from the ceiling that they drop the money into. So as the players get eliminated, this globe is filling up with more cash, so they can see the money. It's weird.
So the games are not. You don't have to be a strong guy to win. You have to be multi-purpose. I guess.
Some games were like obviously games of the mind. Obviously, like Tug of War, that was a game where you had to be strong, and obviously picking a team of strong people was a benefit to that. If you managed to pick a team with 10 strong people, then you had a good chance of winning Tug of War and surviving. But yeah,
Tug of War. We call it side scene or the tout scene, pulling a string. You know? It's where one group is on one side and the other is on the other side, pulling a string. Right? Is that?
Yeah.
Tug of War?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were many years ago, there was a group of people that that played this game with maybe 70 or 80 people, and some were killed because they played it with a plastic rope. And when it snatched, it hit the first guys in the road. Terrible. Why you played with some classic rope type.
It's raining.
It's good for the crops.
Yeah, assisting the growth.
Doesn't have any impact on the efficiency or on the yield, but I can't see these not blue fields. I have to get rid of them.
I can hear thunder in the game. It's thundering. Thunder. I hope there's one of those in Farm Sim 22. A proper thunder.
I don't know. They have to think about so many things. They will not be perfect, I guess.
Did you see the video of the American map that they put out last week?
I think I did, yeah.
I like the spooky one they put out for Halloween as well. I thought that was quite
Yeah,
that Giants did. They did another video showing you basically it was a lot of like the map at night with tractors driving around and people walking around, the characters walking around and stuff. It was interesting concept. It was only the video was only about a minute or two long. I just thought because of course on Sunday when you played on Sunday on this map or if you played any farm sim at all on Sunday, all the pedestrians were walking around like zombies.
In FS19?
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. Has to be.
They turned into zombies because Giants programs that. So every October the 31st, if you play farm sim on October the 31st, all the pedestrians turn into zombies. Pumpkins.
We have got a Russian truck. Is it, or is it Indian? Tara? Or Tatra is Russian, yeah. Okay, make sure that I have bales.
Bales. Of which you can collect 39.
Selected.
The trailer holds 39 square bales. Which is not a bad little amount. All of the straw.
After 2 weeks playing FS22, said, no, let's go back to FS19
Yeah.
until they get mods.
Let's go back to the mods. That's the thing. That is the slight concern. You're going to load up FS22 and be like, oh, I've got to do everything the hard way. Do everything the long way. Picking pallets up with forks. Picking bales up with forks and manually stacking them on a trailer. Oh.
The straw, what do you want to do with it? Sell it?
Let's have a look. Straw is... Oh, price is going... It's $64 at the minute, but it is going down.
But you want to sell it, yeah?
Yeah, might as well. Sheep don't use it, so... And chickens don't use it, so...
I guess we have enough grass, huh? Left somewhere. Where did you put the grass bales?
I haven't had any yet. All the ones I've mowed thus far. I put some in the sheep and filled the sheep up, and then I sold all the rest.
Okay.
I took them and sold them because there was contracts for grass. There was some of those transport contracts for grass, so I sold them. But I was just the grass bales I did originally just stack near the sheep, just unloaded near the sheep, ready for feeding them. Of course, the first time I unloaded the grass bales, I did it on the opposite side of the pen to where the food trough is. So I was having to carry the bales all the way around the pen to put in, and I was like, oh, screw this, go back. I went back and got the trailer and loaded them back up again. I was like, no, I'm going to unload them back round the other side.
$39 bales capacity.
39 bales. Stealing my bales.
Need one more. It's the usual place, I guess.
Yeah, the barn. I think it's the only place we've got until we buy the BGA.
Yeah, I do hope that the new game is not so demanding graphically. I hope that it's better looking, but that they also have optimized it.
It should
Because
be.
the most thing that this game is lacking is optimization.
It should be, because it's going to be running DirectX 12. So that should help.
Yeah.
And also the fact that it's now been designed and built for multi-core processors, because obviously the new consoles are all, you know, 8-core processors in the PS5 and stuff. So hopefully the PC version will actually use more than one core of your processor now.
Yeah.
Which means it should be able to run a lot better. I mean, the thing is, we'll be able to push it anyway, being obviously PC players, because we'll be able to open the settings file like we do now and change all the view distances to raise them above the maximum,
Indeed, yeah.
like we do now.
That it's not as bad looking as when they show a map with a circle in front.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll
I mean, I wouldn't expect that from a new game, but anyway, I mean, it's also the same in Train Simulator, the Train Sim World, they have this, and I also fiddled this field of view, fiddled around with it to make it better, that the trees don't pop up 10 meters in front of your nose, you know.
The one that makes me laugh, the game that makes me laugh is, as I've been playing it, is Red Dead Redemption. Because you
pop-ups.
Well, not so much pop-ups, because you can see miles into the distance perfectly fine. The problem is the characters and stuff don't appear miles in the distance.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. Again, you've not watched many of the videos, but the number of times I'll be like riding my horse along, and all of a sudden a horse and character will just fall out of the sky.
Yeah.
Onto the road in front of me. It's like,
yeah.
Where did they come from?
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that once or twice.
Oh, where did that come from? It's...
Yeah, but that's the way they spawn. You know?
Yeah,
they spawn them from the sky.
Yeah. It's just that the spawn distance isn't anywhere near as far as the actual viewing distance. That's the weird thing. Again, obviously due to, I assume, physics limitations on the engine, and when they optimised it for whatever machines they optimised it for, when they were developing the game.
But that's why it's called Unreal Engine. Yeah. It's not real. It's unreal.
Your horses and people fall out of the sky. Just randomly.
Like it's unreal.
It's so annoying though when a person and a horse will fall out of the sky right in front of me, and I crash into them and I get thrown off my horse. I'm like, gah! And then the person has the nerve to turn around and have a go at me. I'm like,
I don't know what it is. Why it's like that. In the past months, all the releases of Train Sim World have had so many bugs and issues that you can vomit. Yeah, it's turning up your stomach, and when you see that, it's crazy. That it looks like they have no quality control at all. Or not sure what they are testing, but. So some of them I didn't buy. I mean, I would like to have them, like a new German train, electric train, and also the new metro a train that is a retro style one from the 50s.
Yeah.
But there are so many issues and things that they didn't fix, or sound that disappears, and even on their street it happened. Yeah, this is not working. And when you play this, you have to switch this vigilant device you have to switch off, you can't switch on, things like that. Hey, it's a switch. Why can't you switch it on? I want to switch all the switches on that I can see, like kernel failure. And the toilets didn't work. Yeah, that's one of the big things of kernel failure. Toilets don't work. Oh, this is a new lime spreader.
New lime spreader, yeah.
Ooh.
Big capacity one.
I have to use the old one.
Well, what I suggest, once you've emptied the little one, take it to the shop and sell it, and buy another one of these ones, and we'll have two big ones.
Well, can you not empty it? No,
you can empty yours, yeah. You can empty yours. Empty it out into the pallet.
Then refill it.
And then refill it, yeah. I mean, that's what I did, but I didn't have a lot of lime left in mine after we finished field 10 yesterday. So I didn't have that many pallets to re-pick up.
And then we set up with the new fancy lime spreaders. There will be no field whatsoever for the next 3 weeks to be limed.
Well, field 6 needs lime. The one that we've just picked the bales off, that needs lime.
Yeah.
And I imagine field 13 will want lime, because I bought that and I don't know if it's been limed by the AI or not. So once I've harvested the sunflowers off field 13, that'll want lime. And obviously field 25, 26, 27, after we've harvested the corn, will want lime, because it always wants lime after you've done corn in the vanilla game, in the base game.
So there is a buy button also in the shop? No, it is not. Right?
There is a buy button. You can't see it. If you walk near the shop, near the windows, before you get to the door where you go in and press L3, it does give you the buy menu. The buy menu does pop up.
L3?
Yeah, if you click the left stick. Click your left stick somewhere about where you are. Yeah, somewhere around there. It should pop up with the shop menu.
Right.
Not inside,
in the shop,
not inside, outside the shop. If you go somewhere along the front corner, back towards like where the grass is, on somewhere along that side, in front of the shop there should be. If you press the stick, it comes up with the menu. Somewhere there.
No.
Walk right along the front of the shop, right against the windows, and press the button. It does pop up.
Ah, yeah, now there it is. Yeah.
There should be
on the top left.
Yeah,
screen,
there should be an icon there. I don't know why it's not there.
So it's manure spreaders? No.
Fertilizer spreaders. Fertilizer technology.
Fertilizer technology.
It's all the way down the end.
The last one?
Yeah.
So you want a used one or whatever?
Yeah, if you get a used one, it saves you a lot of money, and it's quite cheap then to repair it.
Working speed? What did you do?
Just left it at 25, is it? The default?
Standard, yeah, standard. Wheel setup?
I went for low axles.
Or low rider?
Yeah, I went for a low axle setup.
Okay, that's it. The first thing I need to do is repair.
Yeah, give it a quick repair and then fill it up.
Fill it with no. Well, I have to say this front wheeler is so maneuverable. I can turn on the spot. That's an advantage. It's advantageous.
Advantageous.
What a word. I saw a video when they analyzed the dialect that Adele speaks. because she lived in the north of London. Then he went to Brighton, and then she moved back to the south of London. And so she has a sort of a Cockney and straight English, and like when she says, "I ain't got no time."
I ain't
Right?
got no.
Where she doesn't say the T. I ain't got no time. I ain't got no time. Like, I don't know. Sounds so weird. It makes it difficult to understand as well. What's the capacity of these? It's enormous.
60,000. So it holds quite a lot. Hello, train. Choo-choo.
I think I start liming with what I have and then refill it.
Yeah.
Because you have finished the field before I can help. Now I'm full. Now I'm ready to. Oh, I'm done.
That's how you sat there filling it. Takes a while to fill it.
Is there some? You don't need to unfold it or something.
No, just switch it on and start driving.
Straight out of the box.
Straight out of the box, yeah. I think it's wider than the other spreaders as well. Not just got bigger capacity, I think it chucks the line further as well.
Definitely wider than it shows.
I think it does fertilise. I don't know if it does manure as well as lime, or whether it's just. I can't remember whether it said on the mod hub that it did manure as well.
Oh, yes, it's wider.
But I like it.
Well, not at the same time, at least.
No, you can't spread both. at the
Lime,
same
manure,
time.
fertilizer, all at the same time.
All in one.
3 in 1.
That confused me the other day. That did when I was watching Millennial Farmer, because he got his seeders out in the field. Yet he'd only got fertilizer in them, and he was trying to fertilise the fields after he'd harvested.
With cedars.
Yeah, he was just trying to put fertilizer in.
He just put no seed in it. Yeah. Okay.
And I was like, why wouldn't you just like spray or something? Because he was having issues. He's like,
maybe quicker.
he was like, I'm driving along the field, and he says, I don't know if I'm putting anything in the ground. I don't know if there's any fertilizer coming out. Because he'd got all this new fancy technology stuff in. I don't think he really knew how to work it. I was like, see, it would have been much quicker just to have sprayed the fields. By the time he's
World roadmap.
By the time he's pratted around, driving backwards and forwards from the field to the farm to keep changing GPS receivers on the top of the tractor because it wasn't accurate enough for the software in his machine or whatever. Because the machine was automatically changing how much fertilizer it was putting in the ground based on its location with the its position.
Sure.
But because his sat
Because his
sat-nav receiver on his tractor wasn't all that up to snuff, the machine kept getting confused because it didn't think it was moving. because it wasn't updating fast enough that as it was like moving across the field. It wasn't like real-time location tracking.
Yeah, with more technology, you get more problems. That's the problem.
I liked it as well when he got completely caught out by primitive technology. Because he was working at the grain system. He was like filling all the grain bins up, and he was moving like corn from like bins, different one bin to another bin, and then into another bin, and trying to make room for all the stuff that they were bringing. The trucks were bringing from the field. And what this truck come along, and he got his little girl there. She was helping. She was pressing the button underneath the trailers so that the trailers would empty into the silo.
Yeah.
The problem was the chain that opened the thing in the silo, so that it would so that the corn could be fall into the conveyor and be taken up into the bins. That chain broke. So he couldn't open the gate inside the silo, but of course he only found that out after the truck had dumped its load in there. So then he's got to shovel out all this corn. He's there trying to shovel out the pit so he can get and put a new chain on it.
So notice that I didn't repair it, so I was wondering, why am I slower than you? Because I haven't repaired it.
You've not repaired it.
You buy it cheap. I'm filling it up with lime.
I repaired my tractor, this blue tractor today I did. That was knackered. And then I had to put fuel in it because it hadn't got any fuel.
There is no cover now.
No covers.
Just the bare necessity.
Yeah, I thought about getting an. I was on the mod hub looking at auger wagons because I thought, oh, I maybe ought to get an auger wagon that can carry lime. But then I thought to myself, it's still really not much of a help because you'd still end up pratting her out, filling the lime spreaders up all the time because the little one only has like 14,000 litre capacity. And the one that I had was only 18,000 litres. I was like, I really could just do with a bigger capacity lime spreader. So then I went and downloaded that one, which is quite a new one actually. It was on I think it was on the first page of the mod hub, so it must have been released fairly recently, that one.
Looks nice.
I must admit, I haven't been keeping too many tabs with mod hub mods and stuff recently. I've been downloading all the new stuff that's been coming out.
It takes a while to fill it up.
It does take a while to fill up. Right, next step then. Field 6.
I mean, seeding, or is it cultivating? Or first lime spreading, cultivating?
We've done the lime spreading.
Not lime spreading.
Probably wants
fertilizing.
Fertilizing, I would say.
Cultivating. Here he comes. Land modification.
Just, yeah, bit of land modification. I'm just going to smooth it out a little bit. It's a little bit lumpy.
Well, it's
down the edge
hill.
here. Yeah, and up near that telegraph pole it gets a little bit lumpy. I noticed that when, like, the combine struggles to struggles to reverse up this bit.
Oh, it has a special pivot axle. What's he call it?
turntable axle jobbies, isn't it? One of them turntable jobbies.
I think there's a different term, but anyway, it's difficult to go to
Reversing.
drive backwards.
Yeah, they don't like reversing, do they? Typically. Doo-doo.
So the Giants modified their graphics that it doesn't look so much comic style anymore, cartoonish.
Yeah, well, they've been adding the I've forgotten the name of it, the technology that they've called it now. The fancy name for the actual technology.
Or the textures, or
Yeah, they've implemented something that does the textures, and then they've been implementing the they've added the shadow system. So stuff gets shadowed correctly and has like soft shadows, and the shadows are like different levels. So there's like soft shadows, there's darker shadows, which obviously makes things look a lot more realistic depending on what angle you're looking at them from in the light and stuff. Right, what's next? So yeah, they've been fine-tuning it. So yeah, what we've seen in videos up till now isn't a reflection on what the game's going to look like when it comes out. It should look a lot nicer.
yeah. I mean, color is nice, but it shouldn't be too much comic style. Okay.
Running.
Well, shall we do some cultivating, or
Yeah.
can I pull it by hand? I need a tractor.
Gonna need a tractor.
Which one do you
want? Which one do you want? The tracked one or the wheeled one?
I can use this one.
Do you want the big cultivator or the smaller one?
Doesn't matter. Take the small one.
Bloody rain. It's still raining.
The sun is coming.
Yeah. Oh no, it's cloudy now. It's not supposed to be raining anymore, but it's still raining on my screen.
It's also raining on my screen, but the wipers are not working.
Yeah.
So it's not raining.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I had to laugh the other day. Somebody was moaning about that on the Steam forums. They were like, I'm not buying Farm Simulator 22. because Giants haven't even fixed the wipers yet in the game. You notice when it's raining, you don't get water on your. You don't get in the new game. You don't get water on. You don't get water drops on the windscreen when it's raining.
Mm.
So why even have wipers when they don't do it when there's no need for them? It's like, well, okay.
I mean, I can understand if they have a like train simulator where you get rain and normally it's on the windscreens and the wipers remove it. That's because it's a simulator. I can understand that. If there is a new train coming out and there is no rain, you know. I mean, it's an underground train, but it also drives on normal ground, not underground. So I can understand that people complain about it.
I was like, but stop and think. You're complaining that when the wipers are working, you don't get drops on your windscreen. Isn't that the whole purpose of windscreen wipers? So you don't get water on your windscreen.
But you see drops coming, and then the wipers remove the drops. You know.
Yeah.
But then I'm not driving in cab, so I don't care.
But this guy, he was just having a massive rant. He's like, I'm also not buying the game because Giants won't tell us what's in the DLC. They expect us to buy the season pass without knowing what we're actually buying. And I don't think...
Have they disappointed in the past? I don't think so.
He's like, this guy was like, you know, they don't add anything new to the game, yet they want us to fork out all this money for it. You're better off buying... But he come out with the best line then. He says, you're better off buying cattle and crops because that's a proper simulation.
Yeah.
And at that point, I had to jump in and say, yeah, you can buy cattle and crops if you want an unfinished game that the developers have abandoned. I says, at least Giants actually release their DLC.
And then in the past, we bought all the DLCs, or at least most of them.
Yeah. It says Giants actually will release their DLC. They're not just going to take your money and run away.
Eventually, you think, okay, would have bought this DLC? Maybe not, but all the other 4 I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have bought. So, what's the point, you know? What are you doing?
Cultivating.
Making a sightseeing tour? Or?
I'm going to start down there. You're coming up there.
You're cultivating the grass, or?
No, you're coming up the next row, so I'm starting down here.
Yeah, it's fine.
I didn't drive across the top because it's a straight edge. It's not like I had to do a headland on a straight edge.
Shall I follow you or go back this way?
You can follow me.
Yeah, I'm following you.
I'm going to whiz along the bottom and then go back up the other side.
No, I'm following you now.
But yeah, there's so many people whining and complaining. It's like, yeah, there's a reason why I just stick to the Giants forums when talking about Farm Sim, because the Steam forums just seem to be full of people that just want to cry about Giants releasing the game and asking for, they want 39.
Some people should just break their arms, then they have something to complain about.
Yeah, it's like this.
I have a broken arm. I can use my mouse.
Giants want me to spend $39 on this Farm Simulator 22. It's unbelievable. I've only just bought Farm Sim 19 3 years ago. I bought
and I only played 20 hours.
Yeah, I bought Farming Simulator 19 3 years ago, and I can't believe Giants have the nerve to release a new game. It's like there are companies that release a game every bloody year.
They are just trolls, you know. I mean,
There's companies that release a game every year and charge you a lot more than $39 for them.
Even if they release a game every 2 years, it's fine. No?
Exactly.
If they have something new to show you and to do, it's fine.
And then, of course,
I'm happy to support them.
You get the people like, I wonder if Giants are ever going to update to a new engine. You know, when are they ever going to get? When are they going to start using a modern
engine?
engine?
Looks the same if everyone uses the same engine.
Yeah,
everything
like,
looks the same.
Why don't they move to Unreal? It's like, yeah, that's a good idea. Move to Unreal, then you won't ever get mods. Because the modders won't be able to make mods for the game then, if it's using Unreal Engine.
Some idiot drove diagonally across the field.
Who did that?
He went to diagonally.
He went diagonally.
To Harry Potter, diagonally.
He went diagonally. Can't believe I had to pay $5 today to order myself a new cable for my headphones.
What?
I had to order a new Bose cable for my headphones today.
Really?
Yeah, and it cost $5 on Amazon.
Yeah, it's not even a meter long.
My current one, I've noticed, somehow I've managed to bend the end that plugs into the headphones. So my headphones keep crackling and conking out on me. I have to keep fiddling with the...
It's a very thin pin, yeah. You have to be careful.
Yeah, somehow I've managed to bend it. So I think the cable's about knackered. So I was like, best order a new one. I thought they were going to be a lot more expensive for a proper Bose one. But no, it was only $5. There was like some generic, like no name brand cables that were more expensive. I was like, no, I think I'll just have the Bose one, thanks. Even the Amazon own brand cable was more expensive than the Bose one. So I was like,
try to buy an Apple cable. It costs you more than an Apple.
No, that doesn't it just?
Costs you an apple and a pear.
The bit that annoys me, my mum bought herself a new mobile phone several weeks ago. She'd always been Android. She'd had Android phones and that, but they're so they're such a nightmare for updates and software and like viruses and crap and everything. I was like, get an iPhone. It would save you a lot of freaking headaches and hassles.
Especially when you switch to a new one, just put them next to each other and that's it.
Yeah, and clone
and
it.
They copy everything.
Yeah.
That's such genius idea. I mean,
so she went out.
Why can't you have that on a PC?
So she went out and bought herself a new iPhone, and she got it delivered a couple of days after she bought it. And she goes, "Oh, you'll have to set it up for me." I was like, "Okay, then that's fine." Obviously, first thing you have to do is put it on charge for a couple of hours. Yeah. How do I do that? I says, "Well, plug your charger in." Doesn't have one. I was like, "Huh? What?" She goes, "Doesn't have a charger." I says, "It must have." No, they just give you a cable now. You have to buy the plug separate. The Apple plug.
What?
You have to buy the Apple plug separate. They don't come with a plug in the box anymore.
Goodness.
They just give you the Apple Lightning to USB connector thing. So I had to go online and order her a bloody brick.
So next time you get an Apple phone without a battery, huh?
And then of course she was like,
our latest environmental friendly iPhone. It's without a battery.
and then of course she'd had it for a couple of days and she was like, how do I use my headphones with it? I was like,
No plugs.
yeah, no plug socket on the
Yes.
phone to plug your headphones into. I was like,
Just Bluetooth.
you're gonna need Bluetooth ones now. So she had to go out and buy herself some Bluetooth headphones.
Yeah.
She tried to get some of those little ones that you plug in each ear. Those earpod
The AirPods.
things. Yeah, she tried to.
Yeah.
She bought some of those, but the fucking things wouldn't work. One of them like just wouldn't turn on when you took it out of the box, so you couldn't like pair it or sync it. I was
You
like,
have to press the button to pair it, right?
yeah,
You know that. You have to press and hold the button on the box, and that comes with it. But
Yeah,
it took me some.
them.
Sometimes it takes long. Yeah? Sometimes it takes quite long
well,
for them to pair.
when you took them out of the case, one of the earphones worked. You could hear the music and stuff. The other one didn't, and there was no lights on it. The lights and everything didn't come on it. And when you plugged the box in to charge it, the one headphone that the sound did come out of lit up when it was charging. The other one didn't. So I was like, I think you've got a duff. One of the AirPods is duff, I think. I don't think it's working. Plus, it felt so much lighter than the other one. I was like, doesn't feel like there's any gubbins in it, any workings. I think they've sent you a hollow
Where
AirPod.
did she buy it? It's ridiculous.
So she took
I
it
just bought the Pro, the AirPod Pros I bought, and I still have the AirPod 2s, second generation.
I mean, she
now have a third generation. Usually the box lights up when you charge them in the box. You know?
Yeah, she didn't buy like the proper Apple AirPods. She bought some like like generic version ones from made by some other company. But I was like, they look crap. So she took them back to the shop, got a refund.
You should buy the proper ones.
And then she just bought some ordinary Bluetooth headphones, which actually have a cable between the two earpieces that wraps around the back of the head like a little headband.
Depends
thing.
what you want to do. I mean, I like the Pros because they fit better into the ear and they stick better to the ear. They are not falling out when you fast turn your head. Yeah. When you do rock music and do head banging, the earplugs fall out.
Yeah, that's why I didn't go for earpods, because they'd be forever falling out for me. I mean, it's bad. I mean, these headphones I'm wearing now, these fall off my head a lot. You've seen that when I'm streaming, they fall off my head. So it's like, what chance have I got with earpods? They just don't fit.
I mean, they are just in the ear. They don't have many a large protruding end. The Pros, and when I use them in the gym, it's quite nice. So you don't feel you have them on.
Bum, 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 bum. Right, what's next to do is
Fertilizing.
fertilizing field 6 and then seeding. Yes.
I'm going fertilizing. You can start
Oh,
seeding.
what a troll. What an
seeding.
absolute troll. There's a contract now for selling straw. Just got rid of all the bloody bales.
But how much? How many?
140,000 litres.
Liters. We have bales.
For 14,000 bucks. Yeah.
But we have bales.
We have bales.
No liters. What is that?
They are 8,000 litres each, those bales. So we would need a few.
Around 200 bales.
200? What, for 140,000 litres? 10 bales
20.
would be 80,000.
Yeah, so you need 20 bales.
Yeah, and you had way more than that, didn't you?
Yeah, I had about 43, 44.
So yeah, we could have done that contract. Stupid game. Not giving us the contract in time.
Well, we didn't look.
Yeah, it didn't
Like
update.
that?
I had to remember. I had to click the button to update it. Oh no, Atalanta are beating Man United in the Champions League. That's not good. So Ollie will get sacked.
Who beat Mania?
Atalanta are winning 1-0.
What is Atalanta?
They're an Italian team. Medic Mitch. I have earbuds with an attachment that loops around the ear for when I'm out walking, running, or on my bikes. They're Bluetooth and they're secure when in use. Yes, that's what my father and my mother now have. They've got those type.
I just don't like anything around my neck when I do stuff.
I think I've got some somewhere. Some little ones.
I even see people with headphones over the ear in the gym. It must be terrible when you're sweating.
Yeah, you're not supposed to get sweat on these, are you?
I mean,
it tells you not to get
Bose.
in the Bose
Apple,
manual. It tells you not to get sweat on them.
Yeah, I mean the Apple ones are plastic, and they are magnetic attached, and then you can clean them.
That's what messes up all the leather on the ear cushions and stuff, isn't it? When they get sweaty and wet and horrible. The foul. Right, we're going to need to do. So he's doing the spraying. So
I had these Bose with a necklace, headphones in ear, and then when you were outside, the wind noise was terrible. You couldn't use them outside.
yeah, certainly these are the best headphones I've ever had. These Bose. I mean, obviously,
I'm currently using one. Yeah.
I've got a very cheap pair of Bluetooth headphones that I use with my iPhone and my iPad. I leave my Bose connected to my PC all the time now. I don't take them off my PC.
Me too. I mean, rarely that I use the Bluetooth on these, but I have to replace my ear pads every year. Once a year, new ear pads, which is not original.
Yeah, I bought some.
I think you bought the same
type that you get.
$13.
Yeah, the $13 ones. Yeah.
I mean the Apple Max, the thing they called AirPod Max. They are magnetically attached, these ear pads, to the headphone. So you can remove them and clean them. It's all plastic. But because it's plastic, you're sweating faster. They're also noise cancelling. But I don't have them. I was told they are quite good.
Sony
and
headphones.
People were asking, these Apple headphones, are they vegan? And somebody says, yeah, they are gluten-free, but you shouldn't eat them because of all the plastic stuff. It's not made of leather, it's just completely plastic.
I think it was Sony headphones that my mum got. After she took the earpod thingies back, I'm sure they were Sony's that she got.
I mean, Sony is traditionally a good headphone manufacturer.
Yeah, I've had Sony's
at least in the past. I had these in-ear rolling up headphones from Sony. They had a box where you could roll the string up.
I've had wired headphones from them before. Always use Sony wired headphones.
Yeah.
But when they started forcing you to go Bluetooth and everything with everything, because like I say, my iPad doesn't have a headphone socket on it, so I was like, crap. Gonna need to get some Bluetooth headphones to work with my iPad. I had one pair, but what happened was the plastic bit that holds the earpiece broke.
When you really professionally use these, and then you get annoyed that you have to charge them all the time. Yeah, I mean, with the Bose headphones, even on the cable, you need to charge them. Yeah, every night. So that's down. That's the downside of this equipment that you have to charge.
These cheapo nasty things have about 30 hours playback before you have to charge them. 30 hours of these Vankyo things that I've got. They have 30 hours of continuous playback before you need to plug them in and recharge them.
Quite good.
That's quite good.
I think the Bose might maybe last 12 hours. 15 hours, maybe.
I mean, these apparently have active noise cancelling, but I've never tried it. I've never tried using them with noise cancelling.
The AirPods, I think after 10 hours. Not even that much, maybe 4 hours. Okay. So what are you planting?
I'm planting some barley, if that's okay.
Fine. On the fields of barley, remember.
Which side of the field are you on? Oh, this tractor's stuck.
I'm going onto the same field now.
Which end are you working on? I can't see you. It's a bit foggy.
Is this tractor slower than normal? Oh, look at the pollution in the air.
I might do a little bit of a headland this time, actually, because I don't think I've smoothed enough of that bloody slope out. Because my tractor definitely got a bit stuck on. But yeah, I used to always have Sony's, because I've always had Sony Walkmans and stuff. I've always had Sony I used to always have Sony headphones because I had Walkmans. I obviously had Sony mini discs. I had a Sony MP3 player long before I got my iPhone. And then once
Sony
I got my
cassette player.
Yeah.
Sony cassette Walkman. Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Shock free. The shock free.
With the anti-shock, yeah.
Oh, those were the times.
Then I got a mini disc when mini discs were a thing. When mini discs and MP3 players came out at about the same time, and everyone told me, "Oh, mini disc is the way to go. Mini disc's the better format."
It's rubbish.
And then, of course, Apple came out with iTunes, and it was like, "Yeah, mini disc is fucked."
Was the iPod, yeah.
Yeah. I had a stereo which had mini disc.
I still have a long one where you can take a video even, yeah. The AirPod, or what's it called? Don't know. iPod. Make a video.
And it got to the
Still have
stage.
it.
It got to the stage where
So many years.
when I started working for Curry's. You want a wide cedar with fertilizer at the same time. What would you suggest? Ooh.
I wouldn't use a cedar and a fertilizer, but
Yeah.
especially when you do contracts, you don't want to fertilize.
Yeah. Out of vanilla again, don't know whether you're using mods, don't know whether you're using DLC or anything. Out of cedars,
Amazonie.
Yeah, that Condor's pretty useful. The Amazonie Condor doesn't require a lot of horsepower. 15 meters, which is a good width. It's fairly manageable by most tractors. Obviously, the Seed Hawks and stuff are a bit cumbersome. If you've got access to the Bourgeot DLC, this thing's pretty good. That has a nice capacity to it. All mods. Okay, if you're using mods, well, in that case...
Stevie's...
Well, he's on PS4, so he won't have access to Stevie's stuff. Maybe the case stuff from custom modding, the early rise planters and stuff. And I think there's a great I think there's a Great Plains on the mod hub, one of these that we're using. That does direct drill, so you don't have to cultivate or plough before seeding. And again, they don't require too much horsepower to pull. But there's a couple of case ones, I think, because I'm trying to think, did Carl's Farms release some case seeders? Because there was one I used on back when I did my Lakeland Vale series. I had a case seeder that fertilised at the same time, that had tanks, and that was pretty good. It had decent capacity as well, because normally what you find is when you have a seeder with seed and fertilise, it tends to have very poor seed capacity. And tends to have a lot of fertiliser. But typically the way we play, we don't tend to use seeders with fertiliser, because again, we do a lot of like seeding contracts and stuff, and you don't want a fertiliser, you don't want a seeder that does fertilising when you do contracts, because you don't get paid for the fertiliser. They're not paying you to fertilise. Yeah, the lizard plough is pretty good. As is that for cultivating, that lizard one, the lizard harrowing. That's a good cultivator if you want a cultivator. Really do like that. That's 16 meters. It's a good cultivator. That's on the mod hub. Where's the permanent mask? Oh, I've changed it, you see. The mask is now one of the channel rewards. You can redeem your points to make the mask appear. It'll cost you, I think, 50,000 channel points for me to put the mask on.
I thought you were still wearing the mask.
Yeah, I'm just watching it on my phone, Andrew. It's shocking. Man U again after such a good result, a good match on Saturday. It's terrible performance again tonight in Europe. We're going to be in Europa League again. We won't get out of the group stage. We'll end up.
Maybe some of the players were doing home office.
And the annoying thing is, Antonio Conte's just signed for Spurs today, so if they sack Solskjaer, I don't know who they're going to get as manager. Where's Guess the Movies? Not playing it tonight, because you weren't here at the start of the stream, Andrew. So, it's just me and Mr. Helgi chilling out and talking, and Medic Mitch is here. We're conversating. That's what we're doing. We're conversationaling tonight.
Conversational.
We're conversationalizing. Yeah.
Socializing.
Socializing.
Because you can't do it in real life. Or very difficult. I'm going much slower than you. Why? Because my tractor is crap.
Yeah, yours is a little bit less powerful than mine, but it shouldn't make too much difference with these planters because these don't require that much.
It's 15 maximum.
Is your seeder repaired? Yeah, both of them seem to
Everything
be repaired. Tractors seem to be repaired. It might just be in the fact that you were going uphill.
No. It's both directions it was only 15. Just can't do more. Even downhill now. Not going faster than 15. Probably the seeder is limited to that.
Yeah, it might be. Can't remember what I know. I bought this one at 18. I don't know if yours was bought at 15. It might have been. Yours might be a generic one. Yours might have been bought. Yours might have been bought before I got the working speed mod installed.
But both are showing 15 kilometers per hour. So maybe you were speed cheating, seeding,
No,
whatever.
I wasn't speed cheating. I'll check. I'll take mine to the workshop and see what speed I bought.
I mean, in the garage picture, it says 15. You know.
I'll check mine at the workshop. I bet mine is 18.
It must be. And since I'm watching the stream, I see you going 18, and I can't go 15 only. And I can't get up the hill hardly. Who's this one? Come on, you do it.
We'll check. Customise. Working speed 18 kilometers per hour. Attach a type, 3 point, condition, use second hand. That's what I bought. I'm going to guess yours was bought at stock, at vanilla. Because I think we probably had that seeder before we briefly went to Australia. And I didn't have the same mods on this server before we went to Australia. Where you spent a couple of days
Customize.
Felsbrunn was the first map I ever played on when I was learning this game. Yeah, well, we never played it. I've never played it until this server.
You customize it to free of charge. 22 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, that's a bit unrealistic. 18 seemed about right. Yeah, 18 was fine for me.
I'm going 20 just to be 2 kilometers per hour faster. No.
I set mine to 18 because I felt that was the same speed as the cultivators and the plows and the other machines. I was like, yeah, it fits in. Fits in.
Mine is 18 now as well. We clean it. So I like cleaned machines.
He likes clean machines. Yeah, because what I played when FS19 came out. I played Estancia Lapacho. That was my first map, Medic. I played Estancia Lapacho first, and then as soon as I'd finished Estancia Lapacho, Stevie came out with Fenton Forest, and then I played that. So I never played Ravenport or Felsbrunn, the vanilla maps. The Giants maps. I always played mod maps after Estancia.
So we also expect new players coming to FS22?
I would hope there'll be new players.
A bunch of new players. Like me when I started with FS22, FS19.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit weird on FS22 because I've got to play a vanilla map. I've got to play one of the Giants maps when it first comes out. So it'll be Elm Creek or the other one, or
French one?
I don't think I'll do the Alpine map. I can't imagine I'll play that in FS22. I didn't even play the Alpine map in FS19.
They have a French one. They have an American one. Alpine. Is there a German map as well?
Right, I'm going to do something a bit unorthodox now. I'm going to sleep again.
Is there a German map? And a French map? What do you think?
And then some of our fields will be ready for harvesting and stuff, hopefully, then. Oh, it's going to bloody rain again.
Can you hear me, or is it something that... 1, 2... Hello?
Hello?
Ah.
Hello? Can you hear me?
I felt that you can't hear me because I was asking that what maps do we have on FS22? Is there a German map, Alpine map, French and American?
There's an American map, there's a Mediterranean map, and there's the Alpine map.
Only 3.
Yeah. At release.
So maybe on my private game, maybe I want to explore the American map. On the server, you want to play the French map?
Yeah, I'll probably do the continental one on the server, I think. This bloody rain can do one. I'm going to sleep again, sorry. Flipping rain. I can't get rid of it else.
I wanted to do the same today when I went out and said, it's raining. Oh, let's go back to sleep. But I had to do some work.
The chickens!
No more space.
No more space for chickens! In your face, chickens! How are the animals doing?
Those tribes. Do I have enough?
I've got to clean up the sheep.
Do I have enough power? No, I can't lift it.
Strong arms!
I'll push it.
Strong arms is on. So you should be able to move them now. You should be able to push them now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Leany is the conveyor belt.
God, how slow these conveyor belts and that are. Drive around. Bloody grass will want mowing now.
Which grass?
Both the fields, 11 and the one down the bottom.
You're taking the slow belt over there.
Yeah.
Buy another one.
Yeah, probably end up buying another belt. Yeah, but then you've still got to drive it from the shop back to the farm.
True.
And enjoy that journey.
I like the small. What did we have, a wheel loader at one point?
We had the little cleaning brush thing, didn't we, at one point? The little machine that...
Yeah. That was also a nice map. We used it.
That little, like, thing that used to hoover up the manure and stuff as well.
Where our friend used the ferry and sank the ship.
Yeah, when, flipping... He who shall not be named sunk the ferry after being told... After being told not to use the ferry. There's no reason to drive it. There's no reason to go on it. Next thing you know, he sunk it. It's like, oh, great. Just do the complete opposite of what you've been told.
His name started with J and ended with Op.
Yeah. Flipping nuisance. He'd start a job and then 2 minutes later he'd be doing something completely different. It's like, can you not just finish one thing that you start? You know, when you start something, can you not just finish that before you move on to the next thing? He'd be zipping about all over the bloody... He'd drive across all the fields doing crop destruction because he wouldn't drive round the roads. Oh, what a nightmare he was.
Okay, there's a lot of harvesting to be done now.
And he could never call me the right name as well, which annoyed the fucking hell out of me. What was he kept calling me?
No idea.
I was like, it's not a fucking difficult name. Where are we going? What's happening? What's occurring?
I am fertilizing the field 6.
You're fertilizing.
I like this fertilizer. If you haven't noticed yet.
Oh, I've noticed. Don't do any solid fertilizing anymore.
What is that? What is solid fertilizer?
Doesn't do any solid fertilizer spreading now. I bought a sprayer.
There are no roads where we are going. There are no solid sprayers where we are going.
Give the sheep a bit more water.
That was Cockney again. Water.
Ronaldo! He scores again. That boy Ronaldo. He's a good player, that Ronaldo. I tell you. He's a good player. Even in Football Manager today, he scored 6 goals for me today. And
is he not playing for the English club now?
Yeah, he's playing for Man U. Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's back at Man U. He's come home.
Can he speak English?
Yeah. Of course he can speak English. He grew up here. This is where he became a footballer. Cavani like that.
I mean, he's a great player, but he's an asshole.
He's an asshole because he's good. Like I say, he scored 6
I mean,
goals.
he's so focused on the sport and so disciplined. Disciplinated? What do you call it?
So disciplined.
Disciplined, yeah, right.
He scored 6 goals for me today, he did. And he assisted 8. So that's like 14 goals my Man United team scored today that were...
Football Manager, you mean?
Yeah. I was like, flipping Ronaldo's a legend. He's an amazing player. He's played every match for me so far. I won't substitute him. I won't rest him. He's playing every single game because he's the best. Do I want to do some mowing? Do I want to do some harvesting? What do I want to do? If I'm going to do sunflowers and corn and stuff, I'm going to need to get another header for my harvester. Because we've only got the one of those headers, haven't we?
Or one of those Cornish headers.
One of those Cornish headers, yeah. One of them ones. One of them ones. I'll get it second hand because then it's a bit cheaper.
Wrong button.
Wrong button. What did you press?
Yeah,
did
you
you
so easily unlearn it. I mean, then you press the wrong button, so you go into the menu, then you press the apply fertilizer button, and then it just changes the menu. And then you want to go on, and then you press B, and then it stops.
Let's go get ourselves a header from the shop. Do, 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 do. Might as well fill it with fuel as well while I'm here, because we're going to need it. Zoop. Formula 1 pit stop.
Fill up the flux capacitor, the flux capacitor.
Yes. Ronaldo, woohoo! Ronaldo, woohoo! He's a good boy. He ain't gonna miss those.
He's a good boy. There's a good boy.
Ronnie, Ronnie, Ronnie.
You're a good boy. Have a treat.
I'm gonna start on field 13, I think. I do like this X9 harvester. It's such a lovely machine. Didn't get it with tracks though for some reason.
Maybe you bought it for me? No.
I think that was probably the reason why I bought it with the wheels, yeah, because you don't like tracked vehicles, do you? You don't like tracks, so yeah, I think...
I mean, in real life, I would prefer tracks because they are the better choice. But in game,
but then weirdly,
I like the steering better with the wheels.
But then weirdly, since I've leased this machine,
steering is all
keep harvesting using the class one. Every time you harvest, you use the class one.
Yeah, because you have the tendency to like this one. But maybe you can go to the workshop and modify it the way you want it.
Probably. I don't know. I don't know whether. I think this is. I think this is the European version because it's got the white and red marker things on it on the back, the oversized signs. I don't know if you can put tracks on the European version. I know the American version has tracks, the American model, but I'm not sure if the European model lets you have them or not. Guess what I forgot to do, kids?
But the class one has trucks.
Let me repair my header. Forgot to do it while I was at the store. I don't have access to this land, yeah, because it's a cotton field. I've not done cotton yet. I don't do cotton.
Oh, there was a cotton contract. Have you seen that for 160,000 or something?
Yeah, for the supply and transport, 160,000 litres. Oh, there's a contract for corn, for 13,000 litres of corn.
Or silage.
That expires in, what's that, 52 minutes?
52 minutes. That's only 13,000.
Yeah. Grain mill. It's not even the best price there, right? Oh, no, it is. So if you took a trailer load there, you'd complete the contract and you'd also get paid quite nicely. Here he comes, look. Here comes Mr. Lexicon, class harvester man. He's come to do some sunflower harvesting, look. I appreciate I'm driving around the field the wrong way. Not like me, drive the wrong way around the field, but I am doing. Doing the headlands.
We probably don't need unloading anyway. Unless you continue on field 22.
Well, yeah. Doing both of these fields, we'll definitely need to unload at some point. Especially as I've now joined those two fields together over there, so there's no gap in the middle. So there's plenty of extra to harvest.
But I will probably finish playing after this field. It's already 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock? Oh yeah, it is for you, yeah. It's 5 to 9 for me.
Yeah, we're always ahead of time.
So because you're an hour ahead of me, you can tell me if Man U actually won the match or not. Because it'll have finished for you, won't it?
They will win.
They've already played the second half where you are, so did they win?
They will win experience, yeah. Will definitely win on experience. Didn't you buy the almanac in the future?
The almanac? The sports almanac?
Yeah. Man, you could make money like hell.
Ooh la la? What the heck is ooh la la?
Make it unsuspicious that you lose sometimes as well.
Yeah, it'd be a bit suspicious if you never lost. I wonder if Biff did that in actuality. Did he?
They did ask him, yeah, why he has such a winning streak. The idiot. You shouldn't be that greedy.
I wonder if anyone noticed he never won anything again after the date that the book was printed.
I mean, you only have to go a week into the future, you know, to find out what the lottery numbers are.
Yeah, but Biff is the kind of idiot. He'd go a week into the future and bet on the lottery when it was won by about 12 different people.
Yeah.
When it was shared, when the jackpot was shared. That's how stupid Biff is. He wouldn't go pick a day when it's, you know, when it's rolled over and it's like $180 million and nobody wins it. And he goes and
Just
wins
win it once
on his own.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the type of person that would win it. He'd go and win it the week it's like 8 million and it's shared with about 30 people. There were 30 winners this week. Each of them gets. That made me laugh a few times. That made me laugh a few times in the UK lottery when before the Euro Millions and everything took over and became more popular. The number of times the UK lottery, the jackpot would be won by like, you know, half a dozen people. They'd share the prize money and they'd actually get less than the people that got 5 numbers and the bonus ball. Because the 5 numbers and the bonus ball was a set amount. You were guaranteed to win that.
Yeah, I think I sometimes discuss that with my wife. What if we win? What if we won 80 million in the lottery? What would you do with it? Would you share it with the family? No way, she wouldn't. So that would be maybe the first disagreement we have, and better we don't win any money. Don't dispute about what to do with it. People's fantasies. Then I show up at work and I put a boo-boo on the desk of my boss, you know. I shit on his desk. No, you wouldn't do it. It's stupid. It's kind of childish.
I know one time, me and my colleagues, when we were talking about it, you know, what would you do if you won the lottery? And I said, absolutely nothing. You know, I'd still come to work on Monday morning. I says, and I'd still ask the boss for overtime. And they were like, you'd want to work overtime? Why would you want to work overtime if you've won the lottery? And I says, well, because I'd be richer than you, but I'd want to be even more richer than you. So I could still come in and take the overtime
you
hours.
would probably go to work with a different attitude. With the one, well, if I don't have to, I don't. If I don't want to, I don't have to. You know?
Yeah, so the difference is I'd be coming to work because it gave me so much to do, whereas you're coming to work because you have to.
Yeah.
So there's a big difference then.
I mean, you might want to ask, can I work half a week only? Because I need the other half to spend all my money.
Yeah. I need the other half of the week to count all my money.
Yeah.
I'd be like Scrooge McDuck. I'd have a big room filled with the money that I can swim in.
Yeah. But many people would be your friends then, you know. Much more people would be your friend that you wouldn't imagine. They all want your money.
Yeah, they wouldn't get very far. They wouldn't get very far. I'm too wise now to people.
But the thing is that when you have really a lot of money, like let's say you win 100 million, but would you then give something to your nephews, or what would you do?
No.
It's very difficult.
Definitely not.
Could you support them? And
I definitely wouldn't. I might give a little bit to my mum and dad. I might give a little bit to my sister. But that's as far as money would go. I certainly wouldn't give it to anybody outside my immediate family. You know, I'd give my parents enough money that they can live out the rest of their days.
I'm full.
I'd give my sister some money, even though she's already rich and she doesn't need it. You know.
Yeah, what is rich? You can afford whatever you like, or is it really necessary to have a yacht and a jet and whatever, a villa? Probably not.
The funny thing is, the one thing we're all in agreement on, you know, that's me, mum and dad, sister, that if we ever did come into like any like serious money, like millions and stuff, the first thing we would do is go and buy several houses in the same street, all near each other. We'd all have a house each, and then we'd leave the other houses empty so we wouldn't have to worry about neighbours. You know, we'd buy all the houses in the street, kick everybody out.
That's good. No. You would buy a nice large house for everyone to live in, maybe in a remote place that you don't have any neighbors anyway.
No, I wouldn't want to move somewhere remote because I like being in town and having access to all shops and amenities and things like that.
But you have people to buy it for you.
No,
cook for you, whatever you want.
I wouldn't want to do that. That would, again, no.
I would be able to order food whenever I like, but you can do it already.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. If I had the money, I would buy Farm Sim 22, all versions that nobody else can play it, only me. I buy all the games nobody else can buy it. I buy all the keys they ever produced.
I'd still do all the normal things. I'd still go to the supermarket and buy me groceries. You know, the only difference is I probably wouldn't be too worried about getting me pound back from the trolley. I probably wouldn't bother worry about taking the trolley back to get me quid after I've filled up the car. I'd probably just leave the trolley where it is and drive off.
We are not using real money. We use just a plastic chip for that. You don't have to put in real money.
Oh, we have to put a pound in. Yeah, we have to put a pound coin in to get the trolley.
In Germany, you have to put a euro, but you can also use some plastic piece of chip, yeah?
Mm. That's why I always joke with my mum when she's going on about, you know, what am I going to get her for her birthday? Or what am I going to get her for Christmas? You know, it's got to be something that she's going to use and make use of. And I always say, I'm going to get you a shopping trolley. You use it every week and they only cost £1.
Yeah.
Cheap present.
But you can imagine that without the euro, nobody would put it back. You know, everyone would just leave it at the car. Too lazy putting it back. But just because of that pound, everybody puts it back in place where it belongs.
Well, that's the thing. Well, again, I don't know. Maybe it was just a UK thing, but the common thing that used to happen is that people would take the trolleys
to the car.
Well, no,
and leave it there, or take it home.
Don't take the trolleys away from the supermarket completely, and then you'd find they'd throw them in the river or something. You'd find the trolleys thrown in the rivers and canals and stuff. So that's why they started making you pay £1 for them, because people didn't want to throw £1 in the river.
But this now happens with the electric scooters. They in Cologne they drive it onto the bridge and throw it in the River Rhine. Yeah, and there must be hundreds of them in the river already. It's unbelievable. They're all over the place, these electric scooters in the cities.
To be honest, I wish in this country they threw the scooters in rivers and stuff with the people still on them, because they drive around like they are such a menace, speeding down the pavements and running you over.
They should not. They are not allowed to go on the walkways. You know. They have a proper license plate in Germany, and they drive very fast.
No, they don't here. Anyone can drive one of them, and they just flipping drive it.
Well, you have to be 18.
Some of these scooters get bigger and bigger and bigger. They're almost like freaking cars, some of them. They're like freaking full-size things.
Thank God they haven't invented the hover ones that can fly. Flying scooters.
Oh, you're on about scooters. I thought you meant the things that like the disabled people use.
No.
The handicapped people.
The ones that you can stand on and drive, electric scooters.
No, I'm on about... I was confused. I was thinking about the ones that the disabled people zoom around on, running you over like crazy people.
Yeah.
They don't have to have a license or anything for those.
No.
So yeah,
I mean, even the ones, even the old people with the Zimmers, they don't care. You're in the way, you will be run over.
Exactly, that's exactly it.
With the Zimmers.
So I'm all for throwing them in the river.
Yes.
I'm going to get to the end before I get full. I'm at 98%.
You need unloading?
99%.
Yeah, I will unload and that's it for tonight.
Oh, look at that. Look,
really
3 stalks.
With the 2 people doing it, it's so quick, you know.
Nearly. I was only 3 stalks, look. That's troll. That is a troll.
What is this? What are the lines that you see? Is this not harvested stuff? Or?
Lines?
Yeah, when you look at the screen, at the map. Soil composition. You see some gray lines. Looks like there is some crop left.
Oh, it's gaps in the fertiliser.
No, yeah, but it's
gaps in the. It's where the harvest, the stuff coming out the back of the harvester hasn't overlapped.
okay.
The chop material coming out the back of the harvester is acting as a fertilizer on the field,
Okay.
which saves you having to do an application of fertilizer. But if
is that a mod or?
Yeah, it's a mod.
But I don't like it. That's so uneven. But okay.
I like it because it saves me having to do a fertilising. If I do soybeans and sunflowers and corn, it saves me having to fertilise at least once. And if you get your head of it, if you overlap properly, then you cover the whole field. You don't leave lines. Depends how wide your spreading is. I think, again, my harvester tends to throw the stuff out the back quite wide, so it tends to cover the field properly, whereas I think yours is probably a little bit narrower than your header width.
Looks like it, yeah. You want mine to use with a helper, or just where shall I put it back?
Yeah, you can take it and park it over next to field 27, ready to do the corn. Tomorrow I'll finish this off, I think. The sunflowers. Might do some fertilising and some cultivating of these fields and get them re-prepped. Don't need any lime, so that's okay. So for fertilise, cultivate, seed and fertilise again, these two fields will be growing whilst we're harvesting the rest of the stuff.
Orange.
There he goes. That's good night from Mr. Helgi. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night from Mr. Helgi. In case he doesn't see you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Right. Yeah.
It's taking them ages to do this goal check. How difficult is it to say this fella's offside? Come on. And that's the one thing I don't like about the European coverage. They don't show you the replays. So you literally have to wait for the VAR decision. We don't get any replays of it. That's rubbish. Oh, going to need another 2 goals now from United if they're going to win this game. So get some flowers. There's quite a lot of them still. So yeah, joining these two fields together gave us a massive, massive area to harvest. Plus I obviously did a bit of a different edge on the field anyway. Nicky Mixer, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Harvesting sunflowers. We're getting there slowly. Be nice to get these done tonight, like I say, and then we can get the field cultivated tomorrow. Get it then reseeded, and then we can start working on harvesting the other fields. I'm looking forward to doing the field 10 again. This one. That's going to take ages to do the soybeans on that. That'll definitely be a 2 harvester job with Mr. Helgi. Dum, dum, dum. Yeah, this football match I'm watching is not going great, I have to say. 66 minutes played. Looking so vulnerable. At the back we are. It's not great. Not very good defending today at all. They are pressing really well. That's the Atalanta are pressing the way Man United wish they could press. I think. But yeah, sunflower harvest. We're getting a decent amount off. We should get a decent amount. As I say, we had field 13 over there, which we've harvested. I don't know how much is in the truck. I've not checked. But with this field as well, should be a fairly decent income, I would have said. Nice to get this finished. Can't believe it's nearly 9:30 in the evening. It's been a long day of streaming this. With my FM stream this afternoon and now Farm Sim tonight. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. Plus I've got a load of videos still I need to upload tonight to YouTube that I then need to sort out tomorrow with thumbnails and everything. So, yeah. Long night ahead. Full in a second, so I probably want to be heading this way. Then I can pipe out, bring the truck over, empty, and then carry on. That's good. That means we must be at least 7. Well, I will have got 72,000 litres of sunflower. Then whatever Mr. Helgi got when he was harvesting. So yeah, we should be on course for a very good sunflower harvest here. With the combining the two fields. And I don't foresee any big expenditure in the near future either. We've kind of bought all the equipment at the moment that we need. We put the sheep in this week, so we don't have too much expansioning to do. We've bought new fields this week, so for the time being, I can't see me needing to spend a lot of money. So it might actually give us a chance to finally, get a little bit built up in the bank account, and secondly, pay off a bit of the loan again, get some of the loan repaid. Be nice to get that completely sorted out before too long, so we're not paying any loan. And then the next thing we want to do is obviously buy this harvester, because this harvester's leased at the moment, and it'd be nice to actually own one, I think. But that's going to cost us the best part of $1 million, so we are. So that looks like 80-odd thousand litres thus far. Is sunflower good price today? It is at Port Southwest. So price is good at Port Southwest. Hopefully it stays like that then. And then I can sell there once... great to get the two like I say, get it done. just got a little bit more to harvest, another row or two. And then we'll head down to Port Southwest, southeast. Sell the sunflowers, and that'll probably be job done for tonight, I think. I need to go and get some dinner as well in a bit. I've not had any dinner yet tonight, so I need to go get some food. Bit of a late dinner, I think, today. There we go. Very nearly finished. Little bit left. There we go. That's all sunflowers. And these two fields. Move the harvester because I'm probably I think I'll quickly just fertilise these two fields. Although I don't think I need to, do I? No, because we've just harvested. So yeah, these fields can be straight up cultivated, and then they can be fertilised once after we've seeded. I won't worry about the little grey bits. I really wouldn't. Now the fields are big enough, we're getting enough yield. Right, Port Southwest. Let's go. So 110,000 litres. Fairly good money this, I would say. Need to fuel the truck upon the way back, of course. Appear to have used a lot of fuel. $43,000. Plus 114,000, so 157. Not bad. Decent harvest. See, now we're gonna start making money on this save, because now we've got the land, we've got the fields, we can get the yield. They're gonna be I want some fuel. Solskjaer, Van der Beek and Sancho. Bit late for them now, there's only 8 minutes left. Yeah, I need to sort that. See, that field is so bumpy. I'm gonna can't wait till we can. Like I say, what I originally wanted to do, I wanted to plant grass on field 6, but we've ended up with barley on there at the minute. But it will become a grass field. We will turn 6 into a big grass field, and then this area down here, that's where we'll put the cow pen. We'll have cows on here. We've already got the sheep and the chickens. When I buy field 12 and 14, that'll all end up one big field as well. 11 I'm going to keep just in case we need somewhere reasonably flat to put any kind of additional silos and stuff. Because although we've got the silo here, it's only 100,000 litre capacity, which is a little bit on the short. Someone's dropped the weight, look, of their tractor. I pick that up? Thank you. I don't like seeing weights just dumped all over the floor. So yeah, I am going to call that a night, I think, folks. I appreciate everyone who's tuned into tonight's stream. We'll pick up with this again most likely tomorrow, I think. I'll certainly be playing tomorrow. If Mr. Helgi's about, he will no doubt pop in and join me and assist and help out. But yes, so thank you everybody. Thank you everybody who's tuned into the streams today. Hope you've enjoyed both of them, and I will see you again soon. Good night everybody.